Green Cross Health is one of New Zealand's primary healthcare providers, and our business is made up of 3 departments. So we have our pharmacy division, where we have around about 310 pharmacies nationally across New Zealand. They're branded as Life and Unichem. We have our medical division with around about 49 doctors' surgeries. And then we have our home healthcare division, where we have about 4,000 field-based nurses out working in the community, helping people with both clinical and domestic activities in their own home. My role within Green Cross Health is Executive for Systems and Information, which means I have overall responsibility for all of our infrastructure, our platforms, and all of the data assets that exist within those systems. So Green Cross Health is a very varied and dynamic business with a wide variety of users distributed across the whole of New Zealand, and we really needed to provide the backbone, the infrastructure that enabled those users to gain access to the services and systems that they need in a quick and efficient way. Beyond that, we're also keen to look at lowering the total cost of ownership of IT within the business. We're keen to modify some of the legacy systems that we have existing around the business, and we're also very keen to ensure that we can outsource the systems part of our business while keeping the intelligent part within the business. And for all of those reasons, we really saw a migration to the cloud as being the best approach for Green Cross Health. From an IT perspective, we're always looking to work with best of breed suppliers. We certainly saw Microsoft, and especially Microsoft Cloud Computing, as being the global leaders in cloud technology, and so we were very keen to ensure that we were putting our prized possessions in terms of our data assets and our systems in safe hands, and we believe that Microsoft Azure are the safest pair of hands. I think the cloud has its biggest impact for Green Cross Health at the very sharp end of our business. As I said, we have a large number of users who need to gain access to critical information, not just in order for us to be able to make more money, but in order to save time and therefore allow people who are providing healthcare solutions to individuals to use their time more effectively. So really, for Green Cross Health, the biggest winner in terms of our migration to the cloud is actually the consumer in terms of our customers, patients and clients. Yeah, so we are building out our Office 365 environment in Microsoft Azure. We're migrating all of our email into Exchange Online. We're using SharePoint to run our web portal. We're consolidating all of our critical business information in terms of health and safety and standard operating procedures into SharePoint. And we're using Azure Active Directory to allow our users to gain access to cloud applications. So we're really starting with our shared services, and then beyond that we will look to start migrating our business solutions within each division into the cloud as well. Yeah, so we chose Provoke Solutions because we were looking for an organisation that had a good track record in delivering these products and services to the New Zealand marketplace, and we were also keen to work with somebody who was local so that we could build a strategic partnership. We've shared with them the vision of our business, we've shared with them our technology roadmap view for the next 3 to 5 years, and we really see that through the same lens. And I think having that investment in our business has allowed Provoke to really deliver the top class products and services that we're looking for. really one of the early challenges that we faced was in winning the hearts and minds of the rest of the business. And there's understandably some nervousness from various quarters around migrating our solutions into the cloud. We have a lot of very sensitive and personal information on individuals. Having said that, we're very confident that we're working with the right partners, that we're using leading edge technology, that we're gaining access to the best infrastructure that the cloud has to offer. And actually we believe that we're going to have a more robust, more secure, more stable solution for our data assets than if we weren't in the cloud. So we're still really in implementation mode, so it's early days to be measuring success. However, just in that implementation process, we've already seen that our ability to bring new users on board as we bring new pharmacies into our network or expand our group is a lot more straightforward, a lot simpler to do. We're not tied by legacy systems, by old hardware equipment in their businesses, etc. And so we're already starting to see some of the processing efficiencies coming in. In terms of measuring the dollar value, because we're starting with shared services, that's not quite so easy to do. And actually, our anticipation is that we're going to measure that in a longer time frame of probably 3 to 5 years, when we'll be looking at our total investment for IT infrastructure and comparing that back to what it is today.